All right. Welcome back to another beautiful day of reading the Bible with Daniel, or I guess going through religion, I should say. I'm trying to find hope through faith. So, not necessarily religious, but faith. So, all faith. And what I'm doing is reading through the Bible, and my goal is to read through all religious texts little by little and trying to maybe find some faith. But it's been working. So, what I'm noticing is that the more that I dive into this, the better my life is becoming. Whether it could be all in my head or it could be divine intervention, I don't know, but it's working. So, whatever it is. So, what I do is like to read through, and then when stuff pops out at me, we'll discuss and then go from there. All right, so let's start. So today we are in Genesis, verse 46, and I'm going to start at the top and kind of work my way down. So last time, I didn't think that Jacob was going to do good. Joseph. I didn't think Joseph was going to do good by his brothers and his father's father, but he ended up doing just fine and doing the right thing and turning the cheek, so to speak, instead of being vindictive, which he absolutely could have. All right, and Israel took his journey with all that he had and came to Beersheba and offered sacrifices unto the God of his father Isaac. And God spake unto Israel in the visions of the night and said, Jacob, Jacob. And he said, Here I am. And he said, I am God, the God of thy father. Fear not to go down into Egypt, for I will there make of thee a great nation. I will go down with thee into Egypt, and I will also surely bring up these again. Joseph shall put his hand upon thine eyes. And Jacob rose up from Beersheba, and the sons of Israel carried Jacob their father, and their little ones, and their wives in the wagons which Pharaoh had sent to carry him. And they took their cattle and their goods, which they had gotten in the land of Canaan, and came into Egypt, Jacob and all his seed with him, his sons and his sons' sons with him, his daughters and his sons' daughters, and all his seed brought he with him into Egypt. And these are the names of the children of Israel, which I don't want to butcher this, so I'm going to just skip past this. He had a lot of sons. A lot of sons. Let's see. Wow, this whole page was all sons and daughters, which I don't want to butcher it. It is verse 46, and it basically goes from 7 until 24. Okay. All the souls that came with Jacob into Egypt, which came out of his loins, besides Jacob's sons' wives, all the souls were 66. All right, and the sons of Joseph, which were born him in Egypt, were 2 souls. All the souls of the house of Jacob, which came into Egypt, were 70. And he sent Judah before him unto Joseph to direct his face unto Goshen, and they came into the land of Goshen. And Joseph made ready his chariot and went up to meet Israel his father to Goshen, and presented himself unto him, and he fell on his neck and wept on his neck a good while. And Israel said unto Joseph, Now let me die, since I have seen thy face, because thou art yet alive. So I guess his dad was kind of just holding on, trying not to pass away, and because he was old, and he wasn't able to move on because he did something so wicked, like selling his son. And Israel said unto Joseph, Let me die, since I have seen thy face, because thou art alive. And Joseph said unto his brethren and unto his father's house, I will go up and shew Pharaoh, and say unto him, My brethren and my father's house, which were in the land of Canaan, are come unto me. And the men are shepherds, for their trade hath been to feed cattle. And they have brought their flocks and their herds, and all that they have. And it shall come to pass, when Pharaoh shall call you, and say, What is your occupation? That ye shall say, Thy servant's trade hath been about cattle from our youth even until now, both we and also our fathers, that we may dwell in the land of Goshen, for every shepherd is an abomination unto the Egyptians. Wow, really? Every shepherd. That seems kind of extreme, don't you think? Then Joseph came and told Pharaoh, and said, My father and my brethren and their flocks and their herds, and all that they have, are come out of the land of Canaan, and behold, they are in the land of Goshen. And he took some of his brethren, even 5 men, and presented them unto Pharaoh. And Pharaoh said unto his brethren, What is your occupation? And they said unto Pharaoh, Thy servants are shepherds, both we and also our fathers. And they said moreover unto Pharaoh, For to sojourn in the land are we come, for thy servants have no pasture for the flocks, for the famine is sore in the land of Canaan. Now therefore, we pray thee, let thy servants dwell in the land of Goshen. And Pharaoh spake unto Joseph, saying, Thy father and thy brethren are come unto thee. The land of Egypt is before thee. In the best of the land make thy father and brethren to dwell. In the land of Goshen let them dwell. And if thou knowest any man of activity among them, then make them rulers over my cattle. And Joseph brought in Jacob his father, and set him before Pharaoh, and Jacob blessed Pharaoh. And Pharaoh said unto Jacob, How old art thou? And Jacob said unto Pharaoh, 3 days of the years of my pilgrimage are 130 years. Few and evil have the days of the years of my life been, and they have not attained into the days of the years of my life and my fathers in these days of their pilgrimage. And Jacob blessed Pharaoh, and went out before Pharaoh. And Joseph placed his father and his brethren, and gave them a possession of the land of Egypt, in the best of land, in the land of Ramses, as Pharaoh had commanded. And Joseph nourished his father and his brethren, and all his father's household, with bread, according to their families. And there was no bread in all the land, for the famine was very sore, so that the land of Egypt and all the land of Canaan fainted for the reason of the famine. So everybody else has got to starve, but these few people get some food. I guess because they didn't get food in the first place, maybe? I don't know. Doesn't seem quite right. And Joseph gathered up all the money that was found in the land of Egypt and in the land of Canaan for the corn which they had bought. And Joseph brought the money into the Pharaoh's house. And when the money failed in the land of Egypt, and it was in the land of Canaan, all the Egyptians came unto Joseph, and said, Give us bread, for why should we die in thy presence? For the money faileth. And Joseph said, Give your cattle, and I will give you your cattle if money fail. And they brought their cattle unto Joseph, and Joseph gave them bread in exchange for their horses, and for the flocks, and for the cattle of the herds, and for the asses, and he fed them with bread for all their cattle for that year. When that year was ended, they came unto him the second year, and said unto him, We will not hide it from my lord. Now that our money is spent, my lord also hath our herds of cattle. There is not enough left in sight of my lord, but our bodies and our lands. Wherefore shall we die before thine eyes, both we and our land? Buy us and our land for bread, and we and our land will be servants unto Pharaoh, and give us seed that we may live and not die, that the land be not desolate. And Joseph brought all the land of Egypt for Pharaoh, for the Egyptians sold every man his field, because the famine prevailed over them, so the land became Pharaoh's. And as for the people, he removed them to cities from one end of the borders of Egypt, even to the other end thereof. Only the land of the priests bought he not, for the priest had a portion assigned them of Pharaoh. and they did eat their portion, which Pharaoh gave them. Wherefore they sold not their lands. So the priests had enough, but everybody else sold their land to the Pharaoh for food. Maybe that was kind of the plan the whole time, wasn't it? Not the famine, but he probably wasn't upset about it, was he? And Joseph said unto the people, Behold, I have brought you this day in your land for Pharaoh. Lo, here is seed for you, and ye shall sow the land. And it shall come to pass in the increase, that ye shall give the 5th part unto Pharaoh, and 4 parts shall be your own, for seed of the field, and for your food, and for them of your households, and for food of your little ones. Then they said, Thou hast saved our lives. Let us find grace in the sight of my Lord, and we will be Pharaoh's servants. And Joseph made it a law over the land of Egypt unto this day, that Pharaoh should have the 5th part, except the land of the priests only, which became not Pharaoh's. And Israel dwelt in the land of Egypt, in the country of Goshen. And they had possessions therein, and grew and multiplied exceedingly. And Jacob lived in the land of Egypt 17 years. So the whole age of Jacob was 147 years. And the time drew nigh that Israel must die. And he called his son Joseph, and said unto him, If now I have found grace in thy sight, put, I pray thee, thy hand under my thigh. And I deal kindly and truly with thee. Bury me not, I pray thee, in Egypt. But I will lie with my fathers, and that shall carry me out of Egypt, and bury me in their burying place. And he said, I will do as thou hast said. And he said, Swear unto me. And he sware unto him. And Israel bowed himself upon the bed's head. And it came to pass after these things that one told Joseph, Behold, thy father is sick. And he took with him 2 sons, Manasseh and Ephraim. And one told Jacob, and said, Behold, thy son Joseph cometh unto thee. And Israel strengthened himself, and sat upon the bed. So he was weak, dying, weak, but he still found the strength to get up and greet his son. Jacob said unto Joseph, God Almighty appeared unto me at Luz, in the land of Canaan, and blessed me. And he said unto me, Behold, I will make thee fruitful, and multiply thee, and I will make of thee a multitude of people, and will give this land to thy seed after thee for an everlasting possession. And now thy 2 sons, Ephraim and Manasseh, which were born unto thee in the land of Egypt before I came into Egypt, are mine, as Reuben and Simon. They shall be mine. I'm going to look up that name real quick. What's his name? Because I don't like butchering the names. Let's see if I can look it up. Yeah, there it is. I'm sure I've said it before, but let's see.
Manasseh.
Oh, Manasseh. Wow. Yeah, I'd definitely ruin that. Manasseh. And thy issue which thou begettest after them shall be thine, and shall be called after the name of their brethren and their inheritance. As for me, when I came from Padam, Rachel died by me in the land of Canaan in the way, when yet there was but a little way to come upon Eperath, and I buried her there in the way of Eperath, the same as in Bethlehem. And Israel beheld Joseph's sons, and said, Who are these? And Joseph said unto his father, They are my sons, whom God hath given me in this place. And he said, Bring them, I pray thee, unto me, and I will bless them. Now the eyes of Israel were dim for age, so that he could not see. And he brought them near unto him, and kissed them, and embraced them. And Israel said unto Joseph, I had not thought to see thy face, and lo, God hath showed me also thy seed. And Joseph brought them out from between his knees, and he bowed himself with his face to the earth. And Joseph took them both, Ephraim in his right hand towards Israel's left hand, and Manasseh in his left hand towards Israel's right hand, and brought them near unto him. And Israel stretched out his right hand and laid upon Ephraim's head, who was the younger, and his left hand upon Manasseh's head, guiding his hands wittingly, for Manasseh was the firstborn. And he blessed Joseph, and said, God, before whom my fathers Abraham and Isaac did walk, the God which fed me all my life long until this day, the angel which redeemed me from all evil, bless the lads, and let my name be named on them, and the name of my fathers Abraham and Isaac, and let them grow into a multitude in the midst of the earth. And when Joseph saw that his father laid his right hand upon the head of Ephraim, it displeased him, and he held up his father's hand to remove it from Ephraim's head until Manasseh's head. And Joseph said unto his father, Not so, my father, for this is the firstborn. Put thy right hand upon his head. And his father refused, and said, I know it, my son, I know it. He also shall become a people, and he also shall be great, but truly his younger brother shall be greater than he, and his seed shall become a multitude of nations. And he blessed them that day, saying, In thee shall rise Israel, bless, saying, God make thee as Ephraim and Manasseh. And he set Ephraim before Manasseh. And Israel said unto Joseph, Behold, I die, but God shall be with you, and bring you again unto the land of your fathers. Moreover, I have given to thee a portion above thy brethren, which I took out of my hand of the Amorite with my sword and with my bow. And Jacob called upon his sons, and said, Gather yourselves together, that I may tell you that which shall befall you in the last days. Gather yourselves together, and hear, ye sons of Jacob, and hearken unto Israel your father. Reuben, thou art my firstborn, my might, and the beginning of my strength, the excellency of dignity, and the excellency of power. Unstable as water, thou shalt not excel, because thou wentest up to thy father's bed, then defiledest thou it. He went up to my couch. Simon and Levi are brethren. Instruments of cruelty are in their habitations. O my soul, come not thou into their secret, unto their assembly, mine honor. Be not thou united. For in their anger they slew a man, and in their self-will they digged down a wall. Cursed be their anger, for it was fierce, and their wrath, for it was cruel. I will divide them in Jacob, and scatter them in Israel. Judah, thou art he whom thy brethren shall praise. Thou shalt be in the neck of thine enemies. Thy father's children shall bow down before thee. Judah is a lion's whelp from the prey of my son. Thou art gone up. He stooped down. He couched as a lion, and as an old lion, who shall rouse him up? The scepter shall not depart from Judah, nor a lawgiver from between his feet, until Shiloh come, and until him shall the gathering of the people be. Binding his foal unto the vine, and his ass's colt unto the choice vine, he washed his garments in wine, and his clothes in the blood of grapes. His eyes shall be red with wine, and his teeth white with milk. Zebulun shall dwell in the haven of the sea, and he shall be for a haven of ships, and his border shall be unto Zidon. Issachar is a strong ass, crouching down between two burdens. And he saw the rest was good, and the land that was pleasant, and bowed his shoulder to bear, and became a servant unto tribute. So for now, I am going to stop there. It was great having everybody here. Another beautiful time, another beautiful part thank you so much for coming in to see me. There we go. Now, the way I see it is that the daddy, which was Israel, tried to repent for all his bad doings. Like, he knows he did bad, but try to make everything right before he was about to pass. But he has visions just like his father and his father before him, telling him that these things are going to come to pass, and every time they say that, they always come to pass. So it's something definitely keep in mind. I am enjoying reading the book, and I am enjoying finding all the stories that are going along. So kind of like an update of everything. This has been pretty good for me. It's been a good experience. It's been a good time. I can't wait to really dive in more to this, which is helping me. It's helping me find what I'm looking for, which is hope. The world's kind of messed up, man. And we got to do what we got to do to find hope in the world, because hope is one of the strongest things in the world. Till next time, thank you and have a great day.